To start, we're going to soak the cashews we'll use in the frosting. Take 2 cups of cashews, salted, unsalted, raw, whatever you have on hand, and cover with boiling water for a minimum of 20 minutes, but you can soak for hours if you'd like. I like to cover the cashews with a plate so they steam really nicely. In a Vitamix or a really high-speed blender, add 6 medjool dates, in addition to 1/4 cup of coconut sugar or regular sugar. Coconut sugar has a lower glycemic rate, so I like to use it in my baking, in addition to 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract or paste, and a 1/4 cup of olive oil, ideally high-quality olive oil if you can get your hands on it. Add a 1/4 cup of vegan yogurt, unsweetened or sweetened is fine, whatever you have, and a 1/2 cup of blackstrap molasses to get that beautiful classic gingerbread taste. In addition to 1 cup of non-dairy milk, here I used cashew milk. For the spices, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1/2 tablespoon of ground ginger. I really enjoy a ginger forward gingerbread loaf. You can reduce this if you prefer, and 2 teaspoons of ground Ceylon cinnamon preferably. Add everything to your Vitamix and secure tightly with the lid, and blend until super smooth. You want no small date pieces to remain, and you want it to be as creamy as possible. Set this aside while we combine the flours. We're going to use a combination of white and whole wheat flour in addition to baking soda and baking powder to ensure that the loaf rises appropriately. I like to then make sure everything is really nice and sieved. This is just a really good practice whenever you bake. Then I add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. In theory, you're supposed to do vice versa, but I've never had any problems, and with a spatula I combine until there are no flour clumps left over. This is very important, so take your time and don't rush the process. Once everything is super combined, we're going to add our mixture to a oiled loaf pan and bake at 180 C, 350 Fahrenheit convection for 43 to 45 minutes. Then we're going to make the frosting while that bakes. Add 12 medjool dates in addition to those 2 cups of cashews, and add a 1/4 to a 1/2 cup of vegan yogurt and juice from 1 lemon to give that sort of tart sour cream cheesy kind of flavor. And once again, in a Vitamix or a high-speed blender, blend everything until really nice and smooth. I like to first start out without adding any liquid, using the handle to press everything down and combine, and then add a 1/4 to 1/2 cup of non-dairy milk, and once again blend. You don't want to add too much liquid here because then it becomes more of a sauce. You want it to be thick for frosting. Once the loaf has hung out for about 30 minutes at room temperature after it's baked, it'll still be nice and warm, but you'll gently be able to pop it out, and you want it to cool completely before adding any frosting. This is super important because otherwise the frosting will melt. Add your delicious, healthy cashew cream cheese frosting on top to your liking. You can add as little or as much as you'd like. This is a generous frosting recipe, so you'll definitely have left over, but it'll come in handy if you've cut yourself a slice and are craving extra bits of frosting. This cake will last about a week at room temperature, but it freezes beautifully, so be sure to try it out. If you guys like this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel for recipes every Friday and daily shorts. See you next time.